Kentucky Derby winner Medina Spirit is in Baltimore ready for the Preakness, but there's still a question of whether he'll be allowed to run.
Hall of Fame trainer Bob Baffert announced Sunday morning that Medina Spirit tested positive for too much of an anti-inflammatory drug after the Derby. Churchill Downs suspended Baffert from entering his horses at the track in any race. Baffert claims he has never given the horse that drug and has no idea how it got into its system.
After the Derby, everybody's up there touching it. I mean, there's so many ways these horses could get contaminated.
Officials for the Preakness say they're still trying to decide whether Medina Spirit will be allowed to run this weekend in the second leg of the Triple Crown. Medina Spirit testing positive for a drug called the anti-inflammatory betamethasone.
WDRB's Dalton Godby explains what that drug is and why it's not allowed. Dalton?
Scott Hayden, that anti-inflammatory steroid is used to relieve redness, itching, and swelling in the joints of horses. However, Kentucky's racing law says it cannot be administered within 14 days of a race. Despite the positive test result of 2021 Kentucky Derby winner Medina Spirit, the horse's notorious trainer Bob Baffert says that horse was never given the drug.
That horse was never treated with that, and so that's the disturbing part of it.
That drug is an anti-inflammatory drug called betamethasone. It's a legal corticosteroid that is injected into a horse to relieve inflammation. One veterinarians say is very beneficial.
That can be inflammation in joint, or the joint capsule, the soft tissue surrounding the joint. It can be inflammation in tendons or ligaments, lower back muscles. It can also be used topically to treat skin inflammation, skin disease.
Dr. Mary Scollay of the Racing Medication and Testing Consortium explains Kentucky law prohibits betamethasone being administered within 14 days of a race. She says it ensures that vets can accurately assess whether or not a horse can race.
If a medication is on board that obscures our ability to see those symptoms, that puts us in the position where we could make an ill-informed decision about whether or not to race a horse.
Law says that a horse can have no detectable traces of betamethasone in its system following a race. Test results showed that Medina Spirit had 21 picograms of betamethasone in his test sample.
It's like a salt grain in an Olympic-sized pool, and he had 21 picograms, which has no effect at all.
21 picograms is not the total amount in the horse's body. It's 21 picograms per ml of blood. The horse has upwards of 50,000 milliliters of blood circulating in his body.
As to if this drug enhances a horse's performance, vets say technically no.
A horse that is uncomfortable, that receives corticosteroids and is more comfortable, is likely to run a better race than he otherwise would have. But in the traditional sense of performance-enhancing drugs, I would say no, it doesn't meet those criteria.
However, equine experts say while there are no plans to ban this useful drug, its regulation is important to accurately assessing a horse's injuries.
What the regulators are saying is treat the horse, recover the horse, and bring it back to the races when it is healthy and well.
Baffert says at this time he plans to run Medina Spirit in the Preakness this Saturday, as long as officials allow. Dalton Godby, WDRB News.